Welcome back to another edition of WashCo Weekly. I'm County Executive Josh Schoemann. I'm here with DA Barry Braatz, and we are celebrating National Crime Victims' Rights Week this year, the 45th year of the anniversary. And here in Washington County, it's super important for us. Those crime victims, of course, are something we care deeply about, people who have been dramatically affected by different circumstances. And a safe and secure community is our top priority here in Washington County. So, DA Braatz, why don't you tell us a little bit about this week?
Yeah, thank you, Josh, and thank you for recognizing Crime Victims' Rights Week. It's so incredibly important here in Washington County and to our office. We have dedicated staff dedicated entirely to providing guidance, assistance to crime victims, because oftentimes, Josh, many people forget that folks that are victims of crimes, it's the first time they've ever had any interaction with the criminal justice system. And so we have a dedicated staff here who does a tremendous job of guiding them through the criminal justice system, guiding them through the legal process, and ensuring that they're protected and that they're heard. And I can tell you as well, it's not just within our office. We have partners throughout the community that assist us in this as well, to provide this guidance, to provide this assistance to crime victims. One of those being Friends Inc. here in West Bend. Friends Inc. does a tremendous job in providing assistance to crime victims, particularly victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. In addition to that, I of course have to recognize our partners in law enforcement. Certainly our Sheriff's Office does a fantastic job, and our local agencies throughout Washington County as well. They're often the first responders. They're the first ones on scene interacting with crime victims. And this collaboration that we have between these partner agencies is so incredibly important to ensure justice for victims. In fact, Josh, we actually had a case just last year. It was a very significant and serious domestic violence case where we collaborated with Friends Inc., we collaborated with the Sheriff's Office, and ultimately the victim, who was incredibly scared of her abuser, fearful of coming to court, through that collaboration, she came to court. Her courage and bravery was put on display at trial, and ultimately that individual, her abuser, was convicted, and he was sentenced to over 70 years in prison. So it's this importance of, it just shows the importance of collaboration to ensure that we can provide these services to crime victims and ensure justice as well. And I can tell you too, Josh, and I know you're aware of this, but much of this wouldn't even be possible without Marsy's Law, which was enacted back in 2020. The voters of Wisconsin voted to implement it, and frankly, it elevates crime victims' rights. And it provides, it elevates crime victims' rights to the same level as the accused in a criminal case. And so we're proud to recognize Crime Victims' Rights Week here in our office. I know you are as well, and I appreciate your support. And I can assure you, I can assure all of Washington County that we're going to continue to fight for crime victims. So thank you again, Josh. I appreciate it.
And on this National Week of Recognition, our hearts are with all those crime victims. As was evidenced in Marsy's Law, we here in Washington County support broadly our crime victims. And I want to take a moment to specifically thank all of our workers here in the DA's office who do such great work supporting those folks, as well as our Sheriff's Office and people all throughout our great community. Join us again next week for WashCo Weekly. We'll see you next time.